It's manga time once again, and here we are with Naruto 612. And this follows on from when Konoha and everyone else arrived to finally try and put a stop to Madara and Obito's plan. So Obito's just going on and on about the same stuff he always goes on about, which is how there's no hope. But Naruto says, I choose to believe otherwise, and that's that. And Naruto's like, shouldn't we have a majority vote? We do get a pretty cool picture actually, and it's continuing the parallels and comparisons and also contrasts between Naruto and Obito. And I'm almost personally getting the feeling that Obito is the main villain here. Madara has just been really shoved to the sidelines at the moment, and I kind of just thought it would be Obito versus Kakashi, but he's really getting paired up with Naruto as sort of his, well, just his opposite, really. You know, and I mean, we kind of used to have Gaara as the one who Naruto would have become if everything had gone badly. But now it almost seems to be Obito. But anyway, they're both trying to defy each other. Not a lot happens in this chapter. They're basically coming up with a plan to defeat the villains in the Juubi. And it is kind of cool. Shikamaru's father is talking to them all. And so they send out the people of the cloud, and they do some pretty cool attacks actually, lightning element laser circus, which is pretty awesome. And they use that to temporarily blind the Juubi. Madara stops the attack. Basically, they pretend that Madara and Obito are the targets, but at the same time they blind the Juubi. The hit of mist jutsu and the bug jamming jutsu then add further chaos to the mix. Basically, this whole chapter is just them trying to block out the Juubi. It is a stalling chapter. The hidden sand then attempt to do the same thing. They impair its vision. And you know, Shikamaru's dad, he's really proving himself just like Shikamaru does in terms of tactics, strategies, and intelligence. And he, like some kind of typical Obito, just he's using his Sharingan to try and sense them, but he's finding it impossible. He wants to send the Juubi wild, but we kind of know that Madara doesn't want to do that right now. And so they start restricting the Juubi's movements, and what they do is the Earth ones bring up some rocks and they coagulate it with the magma, and they've covered it in ash, and then basically they use the water, and then it's kind of basically they cover him in ash, they cover that in water. The water makes the ash kind of like a oozing sort of grime, and then they heat it up and it turns to a solid, which is basically anchoring the Juubi, a concrete prison, if you will, which is kind of cool. And Madara is like unbelievable to think they could coordinate their attacks so efficiently. You know, he's almost like kind of that's impressive almost. So they're about to finish things off, or so they think. They think they've got the Juubi trapped. They think they've got Madara and Obito in their sights, and they try and go in for a finishing move. However, Obito says that the hope they're clinging to doesn't exist, and the Juubi has just about reached maturity. So it's gonna transform and obviously break out of this concrete prison and spell doom for the heroes. I doubt they're gonna lose, but it's just gonna drag out the fight even more. I quite like this chapter. I'm probably going to give it a 7. It was just stalling. The whole chapter could have been condensed into just a few pages. The entire strategy to take down the Juubi was really quite dragged out, but the art was really good. So what did you think of the chapter? You know, let me know in the comments below. Leave me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Mr.Tomato304, and I'll catch you next week. Hopefully I'll get my review up better time next week. But until then, see you later.